Would you like to figure out how to rake in some serious cash online free of charge by essentially tapping on buttons in this video? I'll show you how. You should simply tap on a promotion like this and afterwards sit tight for some time and spend something like 30 seconds on this new page before you can bring in your cash. Huge number of fulfilled clients from everywhere the world have shared positive opinions about their separate ventures on this application. So go along with them and bring in increasingly more cash after some time. Furthermore, you can do all of this without any charges whatsoever, so you can get to this site from any gadget you have, no matter where you are on the guide. The principal site that I'll present you is called net, so you can feel free to visit it at the present time, since you can rake in boatloads of cash with only those basic advances I referenced before. Goodness. Also, coincidentally, you shouldn't skirt any pieces of this video since it's each of the an interaction and I don't need you to pass up anything. Getting back to the site ATI Clicks. This is the place where you can start acquiring additional cash for your web-based exercises, for example, these. You can bring in cash by finishing lucrative overviews, finishing offers, eluding others, taking an interest in a few challenges, and getting compensated to advance exercises or PTP and task rewards. As you can see, they have a wide scope of techniques from which you can pick in your excursion to cash making. Nonetheless, with the end goal of this video, I need you to focus on this here, where you can bring in a great deal of cash essentially by tapping on promotions that you can find on the accompanying sites that I'm going to tell you in this video. Presently, in the event that you're feeling somewhat questionable, look down to this segment of the site page here and you can see exactly the way that straightforward they are. You can see the complete individuals, all-out promotions, perception, all-out offer finished and aggregate sum paid with this day to uninhibitedly given to you. So you ought not be concerned in light of the fact that this just demonstrates that this site is genuine and demonstrated. Presently, on the off chance that you're actually searching for more verification, you can really see novel payouts made by the site too. These clients here are adjacent to their username. You can see the banner regarding which country they have a place with. Furthermore, this further hardens that this site is real and demonstrated. This site likewise gives a unheard of degree of availability, since you can pick which strategy you need to get compensated with. You might utilize PayPal, Skrill, Bank Move, and an assortment of different strategies. Contingent upon what you have for sure you accept is fitting for you, you are allowed to explore the site in any capacity you need, since all that you want to know is accommodated you. Presently, I need you to look over right down to the lower part of the site page and observe this here that says proof of installments. Assuming you click on that button, you will be diverted to this part committed to showing all the installments made to many clients everywhere. As may be obvious, this technique is genuine, since these individuals have previously brought in cash and are content with how they're acquiring it, and you can be one of them at this point. So right away, we should get everything rolling, bringing in cash. The initial step that I need you to take is to make your own record free of charge. Return to the landing page. And afterward, as may be obvious, on the upper right part of the page there is a button that says register. Be that as it may, assuming you're as yet wavering about joining, don't be on the grounds that ATI Clicks is available to all clients on the planet, paying little mind to encounter, making it ideal for fledglings like you and me. Goodness, and the whole sign up interaction will cost you nothing. So feel free to click that register button. From that point onward, you'll be diverted to this page where you can fill in all of the expected data, for example, your complete name, username, email address, secret word, birth year and origination. Basically fill in all of the fields with your data, check the container close to the "I am not a robot" proclamation, and afterward click this next box to imply that you've perused and consented to adhere to the ATI Clicks guidelines, and you're at last finished. Now that you've effectively signed into your record, you'll approach the leaderboards where You can see which clients have the most cash since the time they began, as well as their all-out profit. Furthermore, other data. Also, utilize this as inspiration to continue to hustle so one day you'll be at the top of the leaderboards also. Before we go any more profound, I'll give you an opportunity to buy into the channel and offer it a major go-ahead. In the event that you love the video so far, and assuming you observed this video fascinating and instructive, if it's not too much trouble, leave a remark beneath. Presently, how might you get to the top? All things considered, when you're on the site, you can see here that there are a ton of flags and promotions set all through the page. The ones right around here at the top are considered pennant promotions, and they're the most famous advertisements introduced. The more standard promotions that you click on, the more cash you can acquire. So how about we check the model out? So I will tap on this flag and here, and it'll take me to this site after we've been shipped off the arbitrary site. The following stage is basic. Remain on this site. What's more, hang tight for at minimum a large portion of a moment. You don't need to tap on anything or connect with the site in some way. Notwithstanding, there is something tiny that you should do. For cash to be credited to your account, you should peruse and look all over the site just to have some movement. Since, in such a case that you don't move by any stretch of the imagination, the site will believe you to be a mechanized machine or a robot, and negative cash will be given to you. Discredit them by looking around the site and you'll bring in cash over and over. This is a dangerous misstep that numerous clients make, yet fortunately for you, I am here to caution you about this is on the grounds that I need you to get however much cash flow as could reasonably be expected by tapping on however many better promotions as conceivable and following those straightforward systems that I just educated you about. Presently, how about we continue on to the second strategy where you can get compensated huge amount of cash rapidly. The second strategy is to tap on day-to-day fixed advertisements and sit tight for around 10 to 15 seconds to get compensated. Incidentally, this strategy is 100% working, and you can really take a look at the audits by returning to the evidence of installment area. So once more, let me walk you through precisely the way in which you will approach this strategy. Just click on any day-to-day fixed advertisements and they will take you to any irregular site. Once more, remain on that irregular site for no less than 10 seconds and try to have some action going on, regardless of whether it's simply a speedy look all over. Perusing the site with the goal that you would be able demonstrate to them that you're a genuine individual who is as of now seeing their site. With those straightforward advances, you can undoubtedly bring in cash very much like that. What's stunningly better is that you have the opportunity to rehash this interaction however many times as you need, permitting you to acquire a limitless measure of cash. Is it safe to say that you are still with me? Indeed, you should be, on the grounds that I'll be giving you a reward step in a brief time, yet you can appreciate and acquire substantially more cash over and over. To find out about this reward tip, indeed, it's entirely simple to do. Also, this is a little loc, so view yourself as fortunate that you're finding out about it. My tip is to make sure to get done and click 5 everyday fixed promotions each day, since when you do this, you gain admittance to standard promotions where you can duplicate your income 10 times. With standard promotions, you basically need to do exactly the same thing again and again. Click on the standard advertisement and you'll be diverted to an arbitrary site where you should remain for at minimum 30 seconds. Make a point to move around the site by looking all over to demonstrate that you're not a robot, and you'll rake in boatloads of cash rapidly. Whenever you take a gander at the leaderboards, you'll see that they bring in a great deal of cash from reference profit. So how are you going to acquire these sorts of amounts of cash? You can procure many dollars by welcoming companions, family and associates to join ATI clicks. This is a definitive lucrative machine, since you get to bring in cash just by tapping on promotions. Also, simultaneously bring in cash by eluding others to join the site. How astonishing is that? Right. Presently, I need you to visit a site called dimeforum.com where you can see huge loads of conversations and strings as shared by clients around the world, committed to sharing information and bits of knowledge about approaches to bring in cash on the web. This discussion is incredibly dynamic and you can join free of charge. Presently, how might you effectively utilize this subsequent site? This site is the place where you can drive traffic by responding to inquiries on the discussion. Essentially, look for catchphrases connected with cash making on the web and you'll track down a huge number of inquiries that answer those watchwords. The following thing I need you to do is click on an inquiry and look over right down to the space where you can answer the inquiry. These individuals need to bring in cash on the web yet don't have the foggiest idea in what capacity. This is the place where you can help them out by enlightening them regarding API clicks, net and giving them important data on the most proficient method